What's up guys, Card Protagonist here, and today we'll be doing a deck profile on Bermuda Triangles, one of the hardest deck to build in Zero due to the fact that there's a lot of triple rares. So it's one of those first clans that got 4 triple rares off the bat, and in this deck we'll be using 3 of them. Yes, I do know that this deck is not commonly seen in rank because of the fact that firstly, in order to make them good, you actually need to pull a lot of the triple rares, which is you need to have 4 of each consistent triple rare, and most important is the 4 of the Pearl Sisters, which is one of the most underrated cards in Zero because of the fact that you require its ability to hit the trigger. This ability is not good in the original Vanguard, but in Zero, it is a monster. I can easily draw up 3 to 4 cards in a single turn just because of Perla herself. So that's huge for no Counter Blast at all. And you want to save all your Counter Blast for your Pacifica, which is your Mega Blast. And it's very easy to pull off because of the fact that this card also gives you a bit of Soul Charge as well. So I'm going to quickly go through the deck profile and explain why this deck's actually really good and really underrated, and some of the combos you can pull off to really scare opponents. So first up, we have 4 copies of the Pearl Sister Pearly. So what Pearly does is, when she enters the field, she targets one of the Pearl Sister Perlas on your field, and it gives them this buff. When the Perla attack hits the Vanguard, you can Soul Charge 1 and draw a card. What makes this ability really strong is the fact that you can stack this ability. So let's say you have 3 copies of Pearly in your hand and you have a Perla on the field. What you can do is give those buffs to Perla. For example, you have 3 Pearlies, you can just throw all that onto the field and target one single Perla. And when the Perla attack hits the Vanguard, you get Soul Charge, draw, Soul Charge, draw, Soul Charge, draw. So drawing 3. The reason why this is actually very good is because also we have a starter that bounces back the Pearly. So the Pearly can go back to hand and use it one more time. So if you actually pull off this combo right, you'll be able to draw cards up to 4, which is really huge in Zero, because this will pretty much guarantee you draw into perfect card or something useful at least, and replenish your hands for grade 2 intercepts. Alright, for grade 2s we play 4 of the best triple rare, Bermuda triple rare. You can play this card in any deck with VF form or any deck in particular, and you can still work because this is one of the best cards. When this unit attack hits a Vanguard, you can Soul Blast 1 to bounce back 1 other rare cards to your hand. So what you do is, during the early game, if you do have Pearlies, you can actually attack, bounce back the Pearly, and then usually your opponent will destroy it as a rare guard. If you got another one, you can just use and do the Pearly combo again, draw one card. So basically it's kind of a Libra for free, so very good. A 3 copy of 11 Keymaker, really big. Against Kagero, this condition is quite hard to make, but not really a problem because we have a lot of draw power. So it's 11k base. The main reason she exists is because in front of the Setna, you'll be able to become 19k, boosted by one, buffed up by Idols or Idol Blazers or the White Coral, you will be able to become 21k. So it's magic number for your Pacifica combos. Alright, 4 copies of Vanilla because still very solid attacker, and 2 copies of the plus 2k stuff, which is the White Corals. Yeah, Snow White, I'm sorry. Alright, so let's go on to grade 3s, Pacificas. Pacificas are very important in the deck because of the fact that you won't be able to use your Counter Blast in this deck other than for Pacifica. Now, the lot of Counter Blast I find is a bit inconsistent, like Gerrock Reel. The only problem I have with Gerrock Reel is that she needs to be bounced to use it, and there are not a lot of bouncers in this deck. Other than these, you can only put it once or twice, so I don't find it very consistent. But in a build that you play Lana or maybe a Reindeer focus build, and don't play Pacifica, that will pretty much work in your favor. You can always ride a Pacifica later also, because it's a Mega Blast unit, so the more rides you do, the faster it turbos your soul. So its main ability is, at the start of the main phase, you can Soul Charge 1, then draw a card, and you can put 1 card from your hand to the bottom of the deck. So it's kind of like OTT in a way, where you can actually send back your triggers to the deck, which is not bad because it kind of washes your bad hands, especially those triggers, and during your Mega Blast turn, you'll be able to like shuffle your deck in a way, because since you search cards. So its main ability is its Mega Blast. When this unit attack hits a Vanguard, you can Soul Blast 6 and Counter Blast 4 to call up to 3 cards from your deck. This open up to a lot of combos, such as not only the White Coral buff, the 11k and Setna combo, you can also go for Pearly Perla plus the Perfect Guard combo, where if Perla hits, if your opponent is at low damage, you can Perla, or it rushes you in the early game. When your Perla hits, you can bounce back your Perfect Guard, so you will guarantee survive the next turn and work your way out from there. So there's a lot of ways to utilize this wonderful card. That's very cute. I actually just like the penguins, not really a fan of the girl. Okay, so with that out of the way, our secondary right target is actually Velvet Voice Reindeer. She's basically an Asura Kaiser with an extra ability. So whenever you drive check a grade 3, basically you check a trigger, you can bounce back 1 rear guard back to your hand and call a card from your hand to empty the rear guard circle in stand position. So yeah, in a way it's kind of restand, but be careful because you wanna try to attack with the front row without boosting, so that you can use a trigger to power the rear guard at the back row, so that it's in standing. You can call a standing rear guard so they can swing for huge numbers. If they're all rested, it's kind of pointless. So yeah, it's kind of like a restand with an ability. It goes well with those Gurok Rail type of units that allows you to come +1 to draw 1. But otherwise, it's just a decent unit that allows you to do an extra attack. Sometimes she's actually a better unit because I find that Promo's Weakness Breeder is similar to OTT, where they can only attack 3 times per turn without stand triggers. So alright, the rest of the units are just pretty much fillers. This is just a 13k attacker, just in case you want to hit magic number. You get a chance to use 1 counter blast at most in this game. So let's quickly go on to rank and try out this deck. So we're fighting against Kagero. So normal sleep equals VP farming. Yeah, it's not normal sleep, thank goodness. Alright, so fighting against Kagero. So we're gonna shuffle back most of the stuff. We wanna get 1, 2, 3. We get 1. Maybe this one. 3. They try to get Pacifica if you can. Oh, more heal triggers. This guy did a full move. Yeah, fighting against Eclipse. It's okay, Pacifica can always send back the heal triggers. But this means early game I won't be checking any heals, not too good. Got a lot of Pearly setup, so we just need to draw 1 Perla and we can do some really crazy combos. Get a draw trigger. Very good, a Perla. Now you get to see some really cool combos next turn. If he doesn't blow up my starter, that is. But I don't think so. Unless he has a Kimnara, which Kimnara can't bomb a grade 0, so it's okay. Just right into his chain. So I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna get a very good early game start with this deck. Not good. My triggers are like just flying to the heals. Anyone getting this problem with getting the first damage check a heal trigger? Doesn't hit. Wow, that's a nice SP though. Okay. We should check a crit on that. That would be hilarious. I am gonna ride the Perla because next turn they are definitely gonna kill the Perla anyway. So I'm riding the Perla. I'm gonna show you how I draw 3 off the bat. Okay. So what we gonna do? Gotta put this. So it buffs the Pearly. The Perla gives the Perla. Okay. Activate skill. Bounces back. Buff the Pearly. What is here? Buff the Pearly. Yeah, it's all about them buffs, yo. So right now we're just gonna spam hand. It's okay because we get back all those resources. At this point, it doesn't really hit any different magic numbers. So I'm gonna enter better. Sparkle, sparkle. Yeah. Okay. It's fine. Okay, we got a great tree. Nice. Let us not draw trigger, shall we? Okay. And just like that, our advantage just out advantage him. Just take this back next turn. If I have another Perla, rinse and repeat. Alright, just check out that hand size, man. Yeah, even though unfortunately I won't be able to hit because he sacked the heal. That's okay. I do want him to use his resource instead of taking too much damage because this way Pacifica can work better. And just like that, I have 4 souls. So riding Pacifica and Soul Charge, I am ready to. If he actually does me 4 damage, right, I will be able to push for a lot of damage and get a lot of advantage. So you can see how insane Perla is. I'm just waiting to draw another one. SP Overlord. I think it isn't easy to fighter. That's for sure. PG. Unfortunately, that's something I actually really need. Oh, I'm drawing all my triggers. This effect is so cute. Oh, PG, very nice. Sending back those heals. Because Pacificas can always ride over them to turbo soul charge, but you don't really need to. Yeah. I don't really need to like turbo my soul, so it's okay. I'm just gonna swing casually. Wow. That's a word. If you can't beat them with raw power, you gotta beat them with advantage. It's okay. Yes. Very good. He's got a lot of good triggers, not gonna lie. I also call it the Great Trees because, I mean, if you wanna hit, if you wanna go face, it's fine by me because I definitely look forward to my Mega Blast. He is definitely going to try to take up my early here. Or maybe just that's my rear guard. It's a draw trigger. Impressive. There's a Perla there, damn it. Getting rid of the back row is actually very smart of him. Drawing more triggers, so it's okay. Right skip. So this turn I am probably gonna be able to do my Mega Blast. I want to send back some stuff so that I can use. Okay, firstly we need to get rid of this. Then we hit, then we pull off a combo. Alright. So I do need to boost up my rear guard, unfortunately. Gonna buff my Vanguard. Gonna hit and just pull off the Mega Blast, okay? So battle. I need to dig into my perfect guards. I don't wanna like mill off all my perfect guards. Yes. Can we check a trigger, guys? Ladies. Oh man, gets a draw trigger. Oh, that is very bad. I was planning to just go Pearly Perla so that I can bounce my perfect guard back, but I don't think it's possible due to the fact that he just sacked the draw again. So it's pretty unfortunate that draw trigger actually screwed up my combo. But I just hope the heal triggers I shuffle back will emerge soon because it is really hard to fight against this.
Vanguardにアタック。ファーストチェック。セカンドチェック。アタック。
Alright, now that I do not have any Mega Blast to utilize, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write into Koro, because Koro has the ability to at least you know, do an extra attack. That's the best I could do. Honestly, since I have no intercepts or anything. Battle. So I guess I will just swing. Hopefully I check a trigger.
Damage check. スタンド&ドロー
So I have 2 heals in the drop already. And I'm depending on the last 2 heals I have. Calling blockades, okay. I'm guessing he has 3 perfect guards there. Interesting, if that's the case, right, he have no triggers to check anymore. But the problem is...
Vanguard にアタックファーストチェックセカンドチェック
But the problem is I have to gamble on death heal. Okay, death heal, pretty cool. Well, he gets rid of one of my rear guards. That's for sure. I think he's left with two more draw triggers in his deck. He decides to get rid of my Great Tree. Weird. Yeah, I guess it's because it allows him to get it allows me to draw an extra card. Not really, doesn't really matter because I want to reactivate her ability since I'm down to 9 cards in my deck. Oh, Pearly and Perla combo. Oh, okay, this might actually work in my favor. So I'm gonna right skip. Call the Pearly. She can't solo anything, I have to boost. I guess it's okay. Definitely bounce back the back row. Nothing else gets bounced. Oh, nice. Bounce this back. Well, I could just bounce back and just call another stuff, but I guess I just swing. Draw trigger, nice. So what we do is we choose a unit gain plus 5k. That's the problem, is nothing can gain 5k. That's the only reason I kind of wish that you can choose to power up after its ability. Okay, whatever, it doesn't really matter. So what she does is she allows me to bounce back one stuff. Quite back. You trigger? No. Could bounce back one. Wait a minute, this could actually win me the game. Whew! Boyo! Mega trigger. Yo! Let's go, Bermudas! Yeah, that wasn't an easy game. The guy sacked really hard, I'm not gonna lie. Lucky the late game, the double trigger did kind of save me. I actually have a lot of confidence using this deck because the past videos I've been using this deck and I've been racking face in some tier 1 decks as well. Because you guys can see, the guy probably isn't a weak player. I can guarantee you he's actually pretty good. SP Overlord. Even I didn't get SP Overlord in the previous season. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my deck perform on Bermuda Triangle's Pacifica deck. Overall, you can I show a lot of combos such as the early game. If they push you to 4, you get to do the Pearly Perla combo, which I kind of failed because I want to kind of caught the perfect guard, but I couldn't. But you did see a bit of the strength of the Bermuda Triangle deck, especially the Pearly Perla sister combos. Those cards are so good. Like, you could play any jank Great Tree cards, but the Pearly Perla combo gives you so much advantage early game. And because I play 4 copies, it is so easy to draw into it. And of course, you don't need to do it early game, you could do it late game. As long as you land any of the Perla hits, you get a plus so much. So once again, thank you guys for watching. Peace out and love you guys. Rawr.